How's it going, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Factorio. So, a few things just to cover our bases. Um, the audio might sound slightly different, and that is partially because the setup has currently moved, and I'm currently in the process of getting things figured out there. Also, don't know how loud the air sound is in here. Also, not sure about the whole audio situation down here, so definitely let me know any and all feedback in the comment section below. I mean, I'm gonna do my best in post, as well as kind of just vibing it out, kind of doing those vibe checks, if you will. It is also quite late, and I am also quite tired recording this. However, progress has been made nonetheless. I did say that likely by the time we do get around to recordings, the last 3 episodes were recorded back to back to back. This one is now 4 weeks basically after all of that recording spree that I did. So just a few things to kind of go over what we did here on GLEBA. We did primarily work on getting this monstrosity set up. So we did go ahead and get everything functioning, everything's working. The farms, I've mostly expanded them. Like down here, I expanded this one. So this guy now has 3. I don't know if I expanded this one. Yeah, I kind of expanded it over here. And then I put Tesla turrets because everything has turrets. And then for the most part, it's actually fairly safe. And then here on Flagora, we've been working on getting all the Aquilo stuff set up. So now I'm actually literally just waiting on heating towers. I think we might just go to Aquila with the 10 rare ones I have, and then make more locally, I think is going to be the plan. So let's head over to GLEBA, because I do want to try to upgrade some stuff there. But before we do that, we need to empty out our inventory, which is kind of dumb, but I understand why, because then you just fill your inventory full of stuff, and then go up to the rocket and whatever. Travel to space. Press. So that was one of the things. I didn't get quite as far as I would have liked to in Factorio. Over my my month hiatus. Part of that was me traveling. I had to go babysit my nieces and my nephew. And unfortunately, they were a little bit more of a handful than I remember them being. I say that because they, last few times we went, it was very hands off for part of the day. Like half the day we were doing stuff and they were like running around and having a great time. And then half the day it would either be one of them sleeping or just whatever. However, that was not the case this time around. They were, all 3 of them were very active. Kind of just running around and things. So we didn't really get to do, a whole lot of things. In Factorio, I honestly, that whole like week and a half that I was there, didn't really do any video games. I mainly just hung out with them. They had a really great time. I had a really great time, sort of thing. But yeah, so didn't really, unfortunately, get much done there. But otherwise, I did get some progress made. Not as much as I would have liked to. But again, progress was made nonetheless. The green science boat is made. I was able to get pretty much everything upgraded to rare, which was really nice. And I know one of the things we talked about was setting up the shipyard here on Flagora. I did go ahead and again, my memory's a little bit fuzzy because when you guys are watching this, this is coming out the next week. So in sequence, it seems like, oh, we've been playing for 4 weeks. I have not. So it has been about 3 weeks since I have played Factorio. Well, I can't say 3 weeks. It's been about 2 weeks, I think, since I've actually played Factorio properly, and 4 weeks since I really played it properly. So just bear in mind there could be something that I could be mentioning that, oh, and this is new, when in reality it isn't. Like for instance, I know we did some work on Flagora connecting stuff. I think just small things here and there, mainly with the ship building aspect, because I remember the last thing we talked about was the quality modules up here for ship items. Oh, speaking of quality modules, we got Epic researched, so we are now getting Epic quality. Well, very, very little. It's only been a few hours of us actually having it in game, so we have not built up a large enough stockpile. Our current goal is to blow through all of this backlog and then get Discovery and Aquilo, so that way we can actually get there. However, in order for us to do that, as previously mentioned, we need to increase a few things here. Now, one of the things that are backlogging us is actually the Bioflux, but the Bioflux is backlogged because we just don't have enough production. As you can see, all the machines have speed modules, or they should have speed modules. Well, that is one of the things we are going to try to fix. It also looks like we need to go ahead and we need to increase, what are these things? Yamakos? The red things. We need more of the red things. Which I think are the red things the yellow? Okay, there's way too many overlays on right now. There we go. Alright, we need more of these. Why? I'm not sure if we, I wish that was another overlay. I want somebody make this a mod. Take notes, or Factorio devs, take notes, make changes. I want a overlay for lightning for Flagora. Or honestly, they could just make it a local planet toggle. So, for instance, here on GLEBA, I want to be able to see terrain. Like, I want this overlay on all the time. The ability to see which tiles are plantable right now, which tiles can become plantable, and which tiles can never become plantable. I want that. I want this all the time so that I can see it. So when I'm placing another one of these, I don't have to guess how far away, sort of thing. I want that overlay. Lagora's overlay would be the lightning rods, which you get, which this to me is batshit crazy, pardon my French. If I have one in hand, it exists. So why not just make this a button so that I can see where do I need to place another lightning? Just make it a thing here. Volcanus kind of already has one, just always on, which makes sense why it's always on. But I suppose I don't know, maybe they could do something where you could actually see the boundaries. Like I know here it's like, okay, I see it in the map, and I get that this is a map overlay, so it's not something you'd actually see. But maybe have Volcanus have some maybe an opacity, maybe have this redness be here, maybe a ghost image or something, so that it's like, oh, I know where the the hard and fast boundary is. Like over here is warm territory, over here is not warm territory. Because right now it's like, okay, well I have to keep zooming in and hope, okay, maybe I'm on it, maybe I'm not on it, sort of thing. I don't know. GLEBA and Flagora both have a use case in my eyes for very, in my opinion, needed overlays. Otherwise, it's just more of a pain in my butt to have to do them. GLEBA that just seems more functional to me. Volcanus doesn't really seem to have one. It already has one on that you can't turn off, I suppose. Well, I mean, I guess you can. It turns off once you clear the area. The Novice doesn't really have any new ones that it needs. We are on GLEBA, so let's go ahead and drop to planet. Drop to GLEBA. I just forgot we did not start a timer, so I'm gonna have to. Okay, we have 10-ish minutes left in this episode. Let me set that as a timer. I meant to set a timer because part of moving your setup around is you forget to fully set everything up. So right now I'm operating on one monitor. I have my other one. I just didn't plug it in because I don't have the screws I need in order to connect it properly. Well, actually, I have no screws to connect either of them properly to their monitor stands. So I am playing the fun game of lean it against the wall, unfortunately. But tomorrow when the store is open, I'm going to go and try to get a proper screw for it. Anyway, now that we're here on GLEBA, let's go ahead and send down our speed modules. I know we picked up about 1,000 of them. Let's start with 500 because I'm going to probably need them on Aquilo, I'm guessing, maybe. They should be the ones that are already there. I think the robots should just place them, if I'm not mistaken, right? Is that something they do? Yes. Okay, there we go. So they're going to go ahead and send those out. So we should see, if we look here, yeah, we go to 10 minutes. Actually, let's just go to a minute. We should see this number go up. Yeah, so nutrient production is already climbing. Or no, consumption, excuse me, is already climbing. And we are seeing a bump in jelly production. Yep, there it goes. Okay, so our production is going up across the board. So hopefully, we want science to go up. It's been about 300-ish per minute. So hopefully as it ticks up. Okay, and it looks like it is going up, which is good. 350. Again, the setup is designed to run 1,000, about, I think it's 1,100, because it's not like perfectly, because a lot of the machines are like 1.2, 1.3, so I just round it to the next whole number, which does mean some of the ratios are not perfect, but that's whatever. It works for my case. So it does look like it's going up. So now we're at almost 500 actually. So we're about 50% production, which is significant in my mind. And it's going to probably keep going up there, which is good. The only thing is, I don't know if we have enough Yamko fruit to support this, though. Because if you look just at the belt, we don't have enough. And the nutrients is doing its job. It is occasionally going through to get to the places that it needs to, because the way it's designed is so that it eats up and fills up. In hindsight, I would have designed this big loop a little bit more like this loop, where you have recycle, spoilage, the flux nutrients followed by other things, so that this is always guaranteed to get the first little bit of nutrients, so that kick starts the whole other processes. But whatever, you live and you learn. Okay, so we need more yellow terrain, I think, in order to get more of these going. So let me see if we have any more. I honestly don't know, because part of not being here for some amount of time is also just kind of forgetting where most of your base is. Let's go ahead and turn this on. And then I don't need more purple, I don't think, so I'm gonna just leave this on for now. It does mean it's gonna eat seeds, which is kind of the only annoying part, is it eats the seeds you need. So then, like for instance, this chest here, like there's a ton of this spoilage in here. Spoilage that, quite frankly, will probably never really get utilized properly. So like, if I go up here, these are probably all full chests, right? Yeah, they're all full in that they filled out the requester chest. Now, another issue with this sort of system is this guy, like this will eat all that spoilage that it gets here, so it will just consume it. This, however, is supposed to filter out any spoilage that for some reason is on the belt, but okay. I think what I want to do is just take one of these. I want, does Shift Q do it? No. Does Control Q do it? No. I want to be able to queue this, even though I don't have it in my inventory to place a ghost image. So there's surely a shortcut for that, right? One mouse click doesn't do it. No, whatever. I mean, I can just do E, or not E, Control C. And then that should just copy it, and then robots are going to do it, or deal with it. Cool, and then they should automatically request spoilage, and they're just going to burn spoilage, which is whatever. It gets that out of our system, because right now we have, how much? 110,000 spoilage just sitting somewhere, which is insane to me. I don't know where it all is. I'm guessing a lot of it, yeah, it's like in these chests. Like each one of these chests is about 6,000, or probably more than that. Huh. Probably like I can't math. It's too late in my evening to try to do math. I was gonna say it's like, what, 10,000 a chest? I mean, this one chest has 6.6, so 48 times 2, 16, 90, yeah, basically 10,000 spoilage per chest. So it really 100 and what, 100 chests, not 100 chests, 10 chests worth of spoilage. So it's not very much. It's likely just spread out. So that's fine, we'll burn it off. As for science, so if we look here, again, we have 13,000 green science, which what I'm going to go ahead and do is green science, where are you? You are here. I'm going to request all, 1, 2, 3, all 13,000. So it's going to request all of it. These don't have any low density structure. That is because we don't have any low density structure on this planet. We're not making any. Huh. Yeah. Enterprise, do you have any low density structure on you? No, but you do have spoilage, which I don't really want on those. Let's drop another loaded calcite. Okay. Go back to Flagora. Oh, and the AC just turned back on. Okay, cool. Again, let me know if it is bothersome, because I will see what I can do on my end to make it not bothersome. Okay, well, let's have you go. Yep, you're already heading back to Flagora. So the Enterprise is going to go back to Flagora, pick up more low-density structure, ship it back to GLEBA. Eventually what I want to do is have a ship, because Flagora basically is able to make low-density structure, blue circuits, and rocket fuel very quickly and very cheaply than we can on other planets. I haven't really looked to see where the most efficient, like, places or, like, recipe for every single thing. It seems like we are swimming in those 3 items on Flagora, so I figured let's just ship it to the other planets without making it there. Because why not? I think the only place where it doesn't necessarily make sense for a while is on Novice, because you start out without access to Flagora and the other planets, so it's like, okay, you're going to have it set up on Novice, and unless you tear down all your setups on Novice, which you might, like I eventually plan on redoing Novice, for instance. Like I eventually want to replace the belt system we have here with more of a mega base structured like rail system that utilizes much higher throughput, as well as beaconed, as well as the better production devices like the electromagnetic plants and the foundries, forges, whatever they're called. See, that's how long I haven't played Factorio. I've already forgotten all the new shit. And it's not even new. This game, the DLC has been out for like, what, a year? 2 years? A year? I don't know. It's late. Don't quote me on any of these things. Or do, and, you know, we'll have fond memories of the times that I forgot things. More specifically, forgot things about a game that is honestly one of my favorite games that I've ever played. And definitely one of the best value games I've ever gotten. Considering I'm pretty sure I paid $20 when the game came out, or when it was $20. So I've definitely gotten my money's worth. But anyway, okay, it looks like we are about out of time, unfortunately. So what I'm going to go ahead and do is, in between episodes, I'm going to work on finishing up this GLEBA mess that we have going on here, with making sure we have enough stuff and things. And then, yeah, so I'm gonna work on getting this all resolved, and hopefully getting, because we can't go to Aquilo, unfortunately, until we have the research. I kind of forgot about that. So I'm going to work on just getting the research done, and hopefully next week we are at Aquilo. So anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed today's episode. A little bit of a rant monologue thing or something or other, but hey, I'm alive. Things are going well. And as always, hope you guys enjoyed today's episode. If you guys did, you guys know to do smash the like button if you haven't done so already. And with that, I will see you guys in the next one. Thanks for watching, guys. And peace out.